welcome. You guys giving wiener jokes here as we go on there. Welcome back to Hannity. The one and only Oprah Winfrey is back in the limelight promoting her new movie, and her comments are causing quite a stir. For starters, she had this to say about the Trayvon Martin case.
It's so easy during this time, Trayvon Martin parallel to Emmett Till. Let me just tell you. In my mind, same thing. But you can get stuck in that and not allow yourself to move forward and to see how far we've come.
All right, that's not all. The media mogul also managed to take a swipe at little old Fox News. Take a look at this.
The film so big, director Lee Daniels reportedly even courted President Obama for a cameo.
Oprah? No, he couldn't get Obama, and you know, that's why Obama is our president, because he knows not to go and get himself in a movie and be on Fox News every day afterwards. Yes, Obama is very smart.
That's so smart. Why shouldn't he come on Fox News, Oprah? Here with reaction. Now, Oprah's comments from the New York Civil Rights Coalition. Mike Myers, Fox News contributor, DeRoy Murdoch. I've always viewed Oprah, maybe I'm wrong, my perception, not as somebody very racial at all. She left Jeremiah Wright's church. No one's ever asked her about that. I would like to hear why she left. Pretty spiritual woman, but yet, do you think these comments are racial and that she was making?
Of course they're racial, and they're errant, they're fallacious, they're false, they're ignorant. She says that Americans don't know diddly squat about the civil rights movement. Well, she doesn't know anything about the Emmett Till case. She compares Emmett Till with Trayvon Martin. Emmett Till was a 14-year-old from Chicago. He went visiting in Money, Mississippi, and he whistled. He violated the code, the Southern code, of whistling at a white woman. That white woman's husband and his brother-in-law went out, sought Emmett Till, took him to a barn, kidnapped him, beat him up, got out one of his eyes, and put a bullet through his head. Okay. And then they wrapped him in and put a ton on him, wrapped him in barbed wire, and put him in the Tallahatchie River. That is not Trayvon Martin or George Zimmerman.
I mean, that's the point. This was not a race case. Everybody involved, even Trayvon Martin's family and attorney, said it wasn't about race.
Absolutely, and as Michael pointed out, the distinctions between that case and the Trayvon Martin case. I mean, you look at these incredible homicidal white racists in the South 58 years ago versus George Zimmerman, who, first of all, isn't white. Let's start there. He took a black woman to his high school prom. He started an insurance business with a black man. He mentored and tutored disadvantaged black kids. And he actually went to, in Sanford, Florida, went to a public event to defend a homeless black man who was being harassed by the son of a white cop. So this is very different from the people who killed Emmett Till. I don't think they probably did any of those things.
But to answer your question about Oprah Winfrey directly, yeah, she used to be a bridge over troubled water. These comments are so outrageous, so racially offensive, such racial rhetoric that I say she is now engaging in idiocy and racial poison.
You think she's always thought this way, but successfully hidden this because I've never seen her. I always thought her as somebody that brought people together.
Well, maybe I met Oprah in 1991. I went on her show and never got invited back again because I've always regarded, although she had a mostly white staff, if not all white staff, I always regarded her as racial in a sense that.
Really?
Oh yeah, she beats that racial breastbeating drum all the time.
I can't think of another example though. Can you?
I really can't. I've always thought of her as somebody who had kind of gotten beyond all of this.
That's what I
think maybe she's just jumped on the bandwagon that a lot of people are trying to get going, which is nothing's changed. Jim Crow's still alive and well. This is like America, the American South from the before the '64 Civil Rights Act. That whole idea, that theme is something here over and over and over for a lot of black left activists. It's very poisonous, very dangerous. And
you have hostility towards Oprah.
I do because I know who she is. I know what she represents. She is a hypocrite.
Why do you say that?
Talking about millions of blacks were lynched in America. Oh, excuse me. Oprah Winfrey, you know diddly squat about the civil rights movement, and you know less about lynchings in America. There weren't millions of blacks who were lynched in America.
And
then she also claims, you know, Paula Deen was a friend of hers until Paula Deen got into trouble.
Oh, I have that.
30 years ago, Paula Deen mentioned the word, can I use it? N-word. And then where was Oprah, her friend? No. Now that the controversy, and Oprah said, well, it was too controversial for me to step in. Now that the controversy's passed a little bit, she wants to have the national conversation about race around Paula Deen, where? On Oprah's low-rated show. Come on. She's a hypocrite.
Wow.
She's transparent.
What about the attack on Fox?
Unnecessary. I mean, look, this is where the eyeballs are. You know, want to reach a lot of American viewers. You say what you want to say on Fox News.
Yeah. By the way, if Oprah wants to come on, I'd be nice to her. I've always liked her.
That's true. If you're left, middle, or right,
don't take me with you.
No, I mean, she recommended great books like Eckhart Tolle, and years ago, The Road Less Traveled. I mean, she seems to be on a spiritual journey. This was just over the top, as you pointed out. In the Emmett Till case, it just didn't fit.
I'm not surprised at all.
All right.
It's racial rhetoric, and
I'll let you debate Oprah.
So many. I would love to debate her.
One important quick
Anytime,
point.
Oprah.
Very quickly, Oprah Winfrey in 1955 could not do what Oprah Winfrey does today. It's a very different country. She's the richest black woman in America. She would not have been able to have done that 58 years ago.
All right, guys. Good to see you both.
But she's no longer popular.